1. Unpack. This is an LCU-S driver. Inside view after opening. A single driver includes the LCU-S main unit, a filter, an accessory kit and a wiring harness kit. The accessory kit includes a 6 3-way connector, a bracket and screws. The wiring harness kit includes electronic wires and a pressure switch wire. 2. Usage introduction. First, we will explain the function of the pressure switch wire. Different colors for different control function. Connect the interface end of the pressure switch wire. Connect to the I or O signal port of the driver. Connect the 2 electronic wires to the ports of the vacuum and positive pressure solenoid valves respectively. Connect the other end of the positive pressure solenoid valve's electronic wire to a 24 volts power supply for positive pressure output from the driver. The same method applies to negative pressure output. 2.1 Set pressure digital display meter. Let's review the panel instructions for the digital pressure gauge and the corresponding functions. How to make the gauge head output to signals of different pressure. Press and hold the SET button for 3 seconds to enter the function selection interface. Select F2 and press the SET button briefly to enter the setting interface. Select OP5 single point setting mode. Short press SET to confirm. Select No normally open mode. Short press SET to confirm. Adjust negative pressure threshold via up or down buttons. Press and hold the SET button for 3 seconds to exit the function selection interface. How to quickly set the air pressure feedback threshold. Short press SET to enter the air pressure adjustment interface. Short press up or down to adjust positive pressure threshold. Short press SET to confirm. Short press up or down to adjust negative pressure threshold. Test the digital pressure gauge feedback status after setup. The green indicator light turns on when the positive pressure reaches the set value. The red indicator light turns on when the negative pressure reaches the set value. How to zero the gauge head. Press and hold up and down simultaneously for 3S to zero the gauge head. How to restore factory settings. Press and hold the SET button for 3 seconds to enter the function selection interface. Select F99. Short press SET to enter setting interface. Select On. Short press SET to confirm. Press and hold SET for 3 seconds to exit the function selection interface to complete. 3. Single channel drive. Connect the air source to a filter and then a T-joint. One end is directly connected to the driver's H, and the other end is connected to a pressure regulating valve and then to the L. Note: low pressure airport pressure must not exceed the soft gripper safe pressure. This enables synchronous driving. Multi-channel drive. Connect the air source to a filter and then a T-joint. One end is directly connected to the driver's H and the other to a pressure regulating valve and then to the L. Note: low pressure airport pressure must not exceed the soft gripper safe pressure. This enables asynchronous driving.
Rochu 给机器人一双温柔的手。